So a while back, a homie by the name of Oboeshoesgames created a video about all the reasons why you couldn't beat Borderlands 2 without moving. And that got me thinking, can you beat Borderlands 2 without walking? Well, yeah, you could just sprint, crawl, or jump everywhere, duh. Okay, let's make it more interesting than that. What if we didn't have access to the 4 basic movement controls WASD? Well, in that case, you're still pretty much out of luck then. But there are still some loopholes we can consider. In order to succeed, we will have to really stretch the definition of beating Borderlands 2. My challenge runs are usually UVHM OP10 geared runs, where I test the viability of many cursed and terrible weapons. So we could do it that way, but the UVHM geared speedrun category pretty much already does this via double shot rocket jumping. They still do walk for parts of the run, yes, but most of the time they're just flying or spamming Norfleets. This also isn't a freshly birthed character, so getting to this max level geared scenario would require a save editor or walking while getting your character up to max level. If beating the game with a fresh character is what we are looking for, then a super easy, and in my opinion lame, way to do it is to play co-op and have someone else do all the work for you. But there is a way you can create a fresh character and beat the game without using WASD in single player. The quotation marks are there because this is where we really start stretching definitions. So the Giraffe DLC came out and gave the players the ability to create a new character starting at level 30. Each character also has a specific set of gear that is the exact same each time you create a new one. These characters also start at the beginning of the very last mission, the Talon of God. Okay, calm down. If you want to call me a cheater, I have the whole "you cheated, you didn't grow" copypasta in the description, so you don't have to Google it to paste it in the comment section. Anyway, beating the game with one of these saves is a real speedrun category known as any % boosted. We will be doing a modified version of that, but don't think this is going to be easy. We still can't use WASD, so this ain't no walk in the park. Well, actually, it's not a walk at all, actually. So we set our movement keys to the arrow keys so we don't touch them, pick 0, and spec into execute. And bam, we can now dash toward enemies, allowing us to move. This should be easy, right? Well, not entirely. This is definitely a helpful skill, but there's one problem. It only works if we have line of sight to an enemy. And since we need to go talk to Claptrap first, we are pretty much screwed. But there's still hope. A level 30 boosted 0 starts out with a Rocketeer assault rifle, which we can use to do this. Okay, that was like 2 inches, but if you chain them together, you can actually get some momentum going. Throw some grenades into the mix, and we have a basic foundation for movement in this run. So our first goal of the run was to talk to Claptrap, but we were going to stop by Zed's place and hope for a better shield, since we are going to be shooting our feet a lot. We were able to use execute on his patient to get close quickly, and luckily we got an adaptive shield from the homie, so the corrosive dot we would sometimes give ourselves would be less of an issue. Getting out was tough because of the roof and the tight doorway, but we made it to Claptrap before running out of ammo. Here we could have save quit to get back to the fast travel, but we were low on bounce juice, so I decided to farm some by ooping myself to get some for free. Before we left, we bounced our way over to Crazy Earl's to buy an assault rifle ammo upgrade with the 12 iridium we started with. This also filled our ammo so we could tackle the iridium blade strong. The first strat I tried here was punching a car while getting in and out of it to move, but it wasn't working as expected. I would have to rocket bounce to re-angle myself constantly, so we gave up on that idea. Luckily, we had a turret and some particularly buff rack we could use to just fly through most of the area, but King Mong also spawned and decided to delete a good chunk of my progress. After barely escaping that fight with my life, I slowly bounced my way to Claptrap and then proceeded to farm some more ammo at the respawn station. Fighting the bots at the door was probably the best point-and-click adventure game I've ever played. The strat that got me through this was just having one robot really close to death so I could just use that for a second win. It was definitely scary at times though, like when exploders decided to run up on me and all I could do was just... But we managed to kill all the bots and the door was open. I thought that these stairs might be too steep to climb and me and Claptrap were gonna have to cloak ourselves and cry at the bottom, but I was wrong and climbed them one step at a time. Spawning into Heroes Pass, the first thing we do is die. First reason for this is so that we could skip climbing another set of stairs, and also, anytime we hit a respawn station, we want to refarm our ammo because running out could cause us to reset the map. From here, we bounced and executed forward, but then got comboed right back by the power loaders. After dealing with those heathens, I tried to do a skip to get past the first door, but that didn't go too good. To make up for lost time, I tried to perform an execute jump, and well, that didn't go too good either. We were back at square one, and Brick was ahead killing everything, which was good and bad. Good because that means I didn't have to fight them. Bad because I didn't have anything to execute off of. But on the bright side, we were able to get more bouts practice in. There's still some enemies around by the time I caught up, so the bridge jump was easily hurdled with an execute. Execute also let me clear another large portion of the path by targeting these two defense turrets. I tried using the turrets to just jump over the door, but the line of sight just wasn't there, so I had to scratch that plan. I opted to just kill the rest of the loaders, and shortly after, we almost had a big uh-oh moment when I got stuck on the respawn station. I tried to launch myself off, but the new station wasn't registering my shots. Luckily, I had a grenade, so I managed to knock myself off. From here on out, I think everything just turned into spaghetti. I died multiple times trying to use the constructor to fly across the gap, and died one more time when the constructor was almost dead, so a lot of time lost there. Fourth time around, I actually made the jump and had some scary fights on the other end. I managed to get the constructor down, but an ion loader had an angle on me from afar. I knew all it wanted to do was land a fatal shot and bubble up like a coward. Luckily, I remembered I was in normal mode, and dot damage actually works, so we killed it with our Rocketeer and made it to the vault. After farming up some ammo to make it all the way over to the next ammo farming station, it was time for the final fight, the warrior. Oh yeah, wait, there was Jack too, but he's kind of a baby in normal mode, so we dealt with him quick. Anyway, the warrior fight seemed like it wouldn't be too bad. Plenty of opportunities for revives, racks to use for some fancy movement, and not too big of a health bar to deal with. But I somehow managed to get launched into lava, not once, not twice, but 3 freaking times. At this point, the enemies just straight up de-aggro, so I couldn't even blind fire towards minimap dots. Fourth time around, I resisted the allure of the hot tubs and focused on the ammo stations like a true gamer, and managed to get the kill. If I had this mentality sooner, we could have had a sub 2 hour run. But the warrior is dead, so at least we know. You can kinda beat Borderlands 2 without walking. Alright guys, this was just a short little challenge video. My next one will be back to the usual full game stuff. Before I go, I want to shout out Obo for the inspiration on this run. I also want to shout out zeubiess for the footage he provided, and WholyMilk because he beat my time 4 hours after I completed my run. I'll have links to their YouTubes and Twitch channels in the description. If you want to support my channel, make sure to like and comment. It helps a lot with YouTube's algorithm. You can also check out my other videos and subscribe with notifications on to know when new ones come out. I'll also have my Twitch and Discord links in the description if those are up your alley. But until next time, breathe easy, homies.